see? What did you just see there? What did you just see? You saw a little boy in big man's pants.
Damn right.
That's what we say where I come from. A little boy trying to be a man. What happened to the positivity 3 weeks ago, Max? When you says, oh yeah, don't worry about it. We still got positive from this. I ain't got a problem. I know we've got 20 plus races to go. What now? What was that? That was utter shame. A complete shameful to the Red Bull brand. It doesn't matter if you come 3rd, 2nd, 5th, 10th. It doesn't matter. The fact is, you shake your opponent's hand. Done. You didn't get pole. You got 3rd place. That's more than what Valtteri Bottas got. You think Valtteri Bottas some days after some qualifying, he doesn't want to go up to Lewis Hamilton and say, you fucking moron. Why can't you just give me a pole? Why? Why can't you just give me a pole just once? You have 7 world titles. 7. And what have I got? 0. You think Valtteri Bottas isn't coming to work when he goes to the factory and he looks at Lewis Hamilton, the guy's on 99 poles. 99! He's won more races than anybody will be after this season. More lockouts, more races at a single track. You name it, any record, Lewis has got it. Lewis has got it. And you think Bottas, when he comes into work, he's not going to think to himself, you know what? What more can I go through? I can't even get on the top 3 now. I can't even get on the top 3. You think he doesn't look at Lewis Hamilton and think, you fucking piece of garbage? But no, Bottas does the right thing, because you know why? Bottas is a man. He's a man. You walk up to your opponent and you shake his hand. You are a little boy trying to be a man. That's all the Max Verstappen is. And now the pressure's getting to you, by the looks of it. It looks like the pressure's getting to you. Actually, you know what? The pressure is getting to you. You had Sergio Perez. He was nowhere like 3 weeks ago. You didn't see Perez moaning and throwing his dummy at the pram. Did ya? No. Perez just got on with it, sorted his car. Now he's in the top. Now he's 2nd place on the grid. 2nd place. Where are you? 3rd. You should be happy with that. Let's face it, Red Bull, the fastest car. Bollocks. Complete and utter bollocks. 3 weeks ago? Yes. Now? No. I said it 3 weeks ago, people. I said it 3 weeks ago. I said, these 3 weeks that the drivers are having off, the teams, or you whatever, this is going to favour Mercedes. You know that Mercedes is in the factory day in, day out, hour after hour. They've got more people working for Mercedes than Red Bull and McLaren combined. Very simple. If you don't agree with me, go check the internet, go and check the numbers. If you don't agree with me, you shouldn't even be watching this show. You shouldn't even be watching it. Fact! Mercedes have got more people in the team than Red Bull and McLaren combined. And they're going to need it this season. We know right now, Mercedes are the fastest car. The reason why Mercedes wasn't faster 3 weeks ago is the fact is the stability wasn't right. The rake of the car, the stability was not right. Now Mercedes have got the stability right. Look at it now. Max Verstappen 3rd. Now Bottas. Whew. I'm not even going to start on Bottas. I told you at the beginning of this season, if Bottas cost Mercedes the constructors, he's gone. Listen, I'm not going to hate on Bottas. I want Bottas to succeed. I thought at the beginning of this qualifying session, yesterday I said Bottas is going to get pole. I thought Bottas was going to get pole. He must have sat back 3 weeks ago and he must have watched the news. He says he don't watch the news, but he does. He watches the news. He must have sat back, looked at that news, and he must have thought, what the fuck is this all about? Why are people talking about Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen? What about me? He's in a Mercedes. Bottas is in a Mercedes. He must have think I'm in a Mercedes. Why not people talking about me? Disrespect. Disrespect. I thought that the media, the entire the F1 media, the news, the papers, the dirt sheets, the sweats, the ones who know nothing about F1, geeks, all of them gave no respect to Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez. So what did Sergio Perez, look, what did Sergio Perez do? He channeled that energy that he had all them 3 weeks. He channeled the energy and he thought, you know what? Watch this. Watch this, motherfucker. You watch me come into these qualifying and I'll show you who Sergio Perez is. And where's Sergio Perez now? Ba-bing! Second place. Max couldn't handle it. First time a teammate has out-qualified him since Daniel Ricciardo. There you go. I told ya. I told you last season. I told you the season before. I told you that Sergio Perez, if he goes to Red Bull, he's going to do over Max Verstappen. I told you. I told you. Now look. Second place. He was struggling in practice and what happened? He went, fuck this. I'm coming out and I'm going to show Max Verstappen who I am. I ain't no number 2. I don't come to Red Bull to sit behind Max Verstappen. I'll come to Red Bull to get race wins. Trust me. And that's what Perez done today. And it was good for Perez. And I'm happy for Perez. My perfect podium would have been Valtteri Bottas, Hamilton, Perez. But it didn't work out for Valtteri Bottas. It just didn't happen. Max Verstappen, go cry into your pillow. Go and cry into your dad's pillow. Go and get your cuddles that you didn't get as a kid. Let it go. Don't come out here and think, oh, I'm the best. You're not the best. The best is the guy in the middle on my picture. He's the best. Lewis Hamilton. He's the king. He's the sheriff. He's the duke. There you go. Now what? Very simple. Very simple, geeks. I ain't going to come on Twitter, put tweets out there just to be popular. No. No, no, no. If something stinks, I'm going to tell you it stinks. I'm not going to sit back and say, oh, yeah, I agree. I hope it does good. No. I'm going to tell you the truth every time. Very simple. And I told you about Sergio Perez. Didn't listen, geeks. They all said, oh, he's going to be second to Max. Nah, I don't think so. Perez ain't coming to Red Bull to be second. He's coming here to win. He's come here to win championships. He ain't gonna be a second. He ain't gonna be a backseat driver. No way. He ain't gonna be what Albon done. He ain't gonna sit back and go, oh yeah, I'll be the second driver. No. 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 Just like I told you about Russell. If Russell gets in a good car, he'll win races. Look what happened to Russell when he went to Mercedes. I know it was one race, but look what happened to Russell. So for me, before I start getting into this review, because I'm gonna gloss over the practice session, but for me, the qualifying of the session, what got deleted was Lando Norris. Lando Norris, he came out, he said, blow it. I've been playing iRacing for 48 hours straight, drinking coffee in my bedroom. I've been playing it for 48 hours straight. I've been on this track, Imola, and I've been sweating it for 48 hours. And he said, you know what? Watch this motherfucker. I'm going to come out here and I'm going to get pole. But he was close. For me, should he got the lap deleted? Whatever. I'm going to have to see the footage after. But I felt sorry for Lando Norris. I was hoping and praying that Lando Norris got on that top 3. But I did say my perfect podium, it was that. And I would have just took Max out, 3 Bottas in there. Not Bottas. Max was Lando Norris. Didn't work out for Lando Norris. He's young. He's got a lot of time. Way ahead of his teammate, Daniel Ricciardo. I didn't see that coming at the beginning of the season. I thought Daniel Ricciardo was going to come in there. Probably after the first race, probably struggled just to get used to the car. Second racing, I thought, yeah, he'll get on top of the car. Obviously, he's been quiet this season. I mean, so far, I know we're 2 races in, but he's been quite... At the moment, Lando Norris is leading the McLaren team. I never thought I'd heard myself say that if Daniel Ricciardo was at the team. I never thought I'd heard him say that. I was wrong. I admit it. I was wrong. I admit it. I was wrong. I thought Daniel Ricciardo would be taking out Lando Norris just like that. But obviously it's not happening. Daniel Ricciardo needs to get on top of that car because he's going to lose so many points to Lando Norris. But Lando Norris, the British man, happy for him. I want him to do well. And that's it. I'm going to get into the review. That was my rant of the day. Not of the weekend, but of the day. So, we're going to get into these. I'm going to gloss over the practice just a little bit. Yeah. We have practice. Look, here we go now. Now, for me, the media's not helping. I ain't defending anybody. Yeah? I don't care what anybody says. I ain't defending anybody. But enough is enough. What is it with this fucking Mazzy spin shit? You're making F1 into a soap opera. If you want to go and watch Hollyoaks, go and put your Skybox on and go and watch Hollyoaks. Okay? This is Formula 1. This ain't Hollyoaks, you get me? This ain't Hollyoaks. This ain't EastEnders. I don't care what you watch. Whatever you get your rocks off to. This ain't none of that. This is Formula 1. This is the elite of the racing. I don't want to hear no one about Mazzy Spin. Mazzy Spin. You got some sweats online making gift gas. I don't know how they've done that. You know what? Some of these idiots here, these geeks have got too much time on the hand, man. They need to get out there. They need to go wash the underneath. They need to put the clothes on and try and attempt to speak to somebody in person instead of tweeting. Because they're the worst. They're making little gift gas of Gutter Steiner and Mazzy Spin or Mazzy Pin, whatever you want to pronounce it. Them two on an ice ring spinning on a gift gaff. That's what you're getting online. These are the geeky nerds that need to be kicked out of the F1 community. Boom, see you later. We don't want you here. We don't want you here. Don't you get it? We don't want you here. We want you out of this community. We don't want idiots like you spreading crap, giving the Sky Sports commentary more ammunition to project it out of the Sky Sports back into us. That's all they're doing. You even hear Kraft, Mazzy Bin, he's slipping like he's on the ice ring. I thought he'd be used to it. He grew up in Moscow. All the commentators doing the Sky commentators should be setting an example for geeks who put in these stupid gift casts online. That's what they should be doing. They should be setting an example. But what they're doing, they're projecting their energy out into the Twitter world and they're making up crap like Mazzy Spin. Fuck Mazzy Spin. I don't give a shit about Mazzy Spin or Mazzy Spin. I don't care. All I care about is Formula 1. Save that Mazzy Spin would have slipped, went into a barrier and hurt himself. Then what geeks? What geeks? I know what you'd be doing. You'd be keeping, boom, that shot. If Mabby's, I don't care how you think of him. Don't care if you like him. Don't care if you hate him. Don't care. But if Mazzy Pin or Mazzy Spin, wherever the way you want to pronounce it, if he went into that corner, wherever he spun, and bashed his car, had a neck injury, life support machine, what you be doing then? What? Exactly. Keeping your mouth shut. Because you know why? Because you're all gutless, geeky morons. You got no balls. You just want to go on Twitter, put your stupid little comments on there to make yourself look odd. I am odd. I am odd. That's all you want to do. That's all you want to do. So the best thing you should do, keep your mouth shut. If you ain't got nothing good to say, keep it shut. You know what? Delete your Twitter account. That's what you should do. Delete it. Nobody wants to see your comments. Do one. So, all we've been getting right is Mazzy Spin, Perez spun. See the thing about it, when Perez spun, quiet. Schumacher spun, quiet. Mazzy Pin spins, you get the morons and the geeks. I had to shoot a few down on Twitter saying, shut your mouth, get off Twitter, geeks. Get off Twitter, geeks. This is a professional sport, okay? This is a professional sport. We ain't got time for geeks, okay? If you ain't got nothing good to tweet, get off Twitter. I don't care if you like him or hate him, leave him alone. Done. He's in Formula 1, his dad's a billionaire, and your tweets are not going to do anything. Then you look, we know what it is. But the thing about it, I know what it is. You're probably some dumb geek, yeah? You never got enough cuddles as a kid. You've come into F1, or you come into the F1 community, hoping and praying that someone likes your tweets. I get it. I know you didn't get enough hugs. I know you're a 40-year-old virgin. I know you're at your mum's house still, living in your mum's basement with your dirty pants. I understand. But the thing about it, I can change it for you. I'll leave you a link in the description below to the job centre. And what you do, you get your CV together, go down to the job centre and get yourself a job. And then maybe when you get yourself a job, you can get a wash. And then maybe the girl's going to look at you. Maybe that's how it's going to go. Maybe the girl, will look at you. Because you need to get off Twitter, man. You need to get off Twitter. You need to get yourself out in the real world and start talking to real people. Trust me. Right. Enough of the Mazepin, I don't give a fuck. Okay, so P2 comes in, yeah? Charles was in the wall at the end of P2 practice session. I'm just going to brief over it too. Charles went into the wall, so it was a bit of dodgy set. It was a dodgy session for Charles Leclerc. P3 coming, nothing happened. Bottas Hamilton basically dominated practice 1 and 2. And that's all what happened in practice 2. This is the qualifying review, but that's all what happened in practice 2. Practice 3 was over, so now we're going to get into qualifying. Right. Now we're going to get into Tsunoda. Now, how about, this is about Tsunoda. How about, the Sky Sport commentary, leave this kid alone. That's what they should do. Leave him alone. Comes into F1, comes into F1. Got a bright future. He's got basic the whole of, let me just, 1 second. How about the Sky Sports commentary just leave this kid alone? He's coming to F1, yeah? Good kid, fast kid. He's got to learn the ropes, okay? Leave this kid alone. Stop talking about him that he's going to win a title. Stop talking about him that he's going to win a championship and win multiple championships. Even Martin Brundle had to rein in the Sky Sports commentator and say, calm down, it's just his first. His second racing. Let him learn. Let him make his mistakes and he'll learn from it. You got Lazenby. This kid, he wants to be his best mate. All the kid's been talking about all weekend, say, I love this Tsunoda. I want to be his best mate. I want to give him my number. I'm texting him. He's not responding. What's going on? That's all I've been hearing of Lazenby all this weekend. What is going on? I want to be his best friend. I can help him. Leave him alone. Really, you're just taking the piss, let's face it. Damon Hill kept it real. Damon Hill said, look, Charles Leclerc was talking about some car. He got delivered from Ferrari. He couldn't fit in his Ferrari. I don't know what Ferrari was thinking. Delivering a car to a thingy's door. To Charles Leclerc's door. Charles Leclerc lives in a small apartment. He's got nowhere to put the car. They're delivering a Ferrari car. I'll give to you. So Charles Leclerc's panicking. He starts calling up the Prince on the phone. Prince, help me. I need to put my car somewhere. So what they do, they put the car in the Prince's museum. There was a little scale version of it, and they said, look, what is he going to do with the scale version? And then Damon Hill come out and says, oh, maybe Tsunoda can fit in it. And it was a funny joke. And there's Natalie Pinkman on. I know what Natalie Pinkman was doing. She's in TV, she's in media, she's going to cover his ass. So she said, oh, don't be like that. And Damon Hill just cracked a little joke, and it was funny. But Simon Lazenby, he wants to be his best friend. He wants to adopt him. That's the way I'm looking at it. He wants to adopt this kid. And they start talking, oh yeah, he's got brilliant. Qualifying come, what happened? Tsunoda, boom, straight into the barrier. Out the qualifying. Good luck for Tsunoda tomorrow. He's going to start from the pit lane. Most likely he's going to be in the pit lane. This is what I'm saying. This goes back to all my points. Same with Paul Di Resta. Put his mouth on Max Verstappen. What happened? Max Verstappen crashes. I don't know what it is about. The Sky Sport commentary. They've got this thing about the Sky Sport commentary that they get this idea in their head. If they put their mouth on something, it's going to make them better. They are bad luck. The best thing you should do, keep your mouth shut and just commentary on everybody. Stop being biased towards one driver. And by the way, Lazenby, you're not going to adopt him. Let it go. So, at the end of Q1, when Q1 finished, the guys that came out in Q1 was Raikkonen, Antonio Giovinazzi, Mick Schumacher, Mazepin and Tsunoda. Tsunoda, obviously, like I just told you, went into the wall. Q2. So, The fastest like, at the end of Q1, but at the top was Bottas, Hamilton, and Norris. So Norris was showing his speed in Q1. I never thought that Norris was going to carry that same speed into Q2, because I thought obviously when it gets into Q2 and especially Q3, what happens? The guys like Hamilton, Verstappen, Perez, all them, Bottas start showing the stuff, and then Norris comes down a bit. But Norris was hanging. Q2 medium tyres. Everybody's putting on the medium tyres because these are the tyres that they're going to use in the race. I think Verstappen had the soft tyres on, Hamilton had the medium tyres on, and Bottas had the medium tyres. So obviously tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow Hamilton and Bottas are probably going for the medium tyres for the longest stint, and I think Max Verstappen's going to be starting on the soft tyres. That would be tomorrow, mate. I think that's how it goes. So in Alonso was out in end of Q2, and that was the first time since 2018 that he's been out-qualified by team at Ocon. Hats off to Esteban Ocon. Ocon obviously still wants that Mercedes seat. I know he's at Alpine at the moment, but in his dreams, you know he wants that Mercedes seat, so he's keeping himself available for the Mercedes seat. Out-qualifying your teammate, especially Alonso. I know it's one of them tracks. I know Alonso done the business in Bahrain. I think that suited Alonso's car. I think Bahrain suited Alonso's driving style more. So he came into Q2 and he's coming out and he got out qualified by Ocon. Congratulations to Ocon. Great driver. Maybe he'll have a shot at Mercedes. But at the moment, we'll see what happens. So, Charles. I don't know what Charles was doing, because I thought that Charles reminded of Michael J. Fox out of Back to the Future. That he just wants to get in the DeLorean and start flying everywhere. He looks like, you just, come on, man. You get Charles Leclerc, stick Michael J. Fox's hat on, Marty's hat on, stick the jacket on, there you go, you got McFly. You can make a Back to the Future 4, get Charles Leclerc to do it. Charles Leclerc was going through some chicane. His car looked like it was going to take off. I don't know what was going on with Charles Leclerc's car, but it looked like it was going to take off. He didn't damage the car. Hopefully, I'm glad he didn't damage the car. Charles Leclerc, I love Charles Leclerc. Look. Some people don't like him, some people don't. Look, I like Charles Leclerc. I think Charles Leclerc, I don't know him, don't know none of the drivers, but the way Charles Leclerc drives, he comes off, I mean the way he speaks, and he's got a YouTube channel and he's got his Twitch channel, he comes across a nice guy. Max Verstappen in my eye does not come across a nice guy. I don't care if you agree with me, don't care, my opinion. If you don't like it, don't watch, do one, see you later. But in my opinion, Charles Leclerc comes across a nice guy and I like Charles Leclerc, right? I wish he was at Mercedes, but he's not at Mercedes, still time he's young. At the day, he's a good driver. He's a very good driver. To me, he's better than Max Verstappen. I know that's gonna hurt a lot of salty Max fans, whatever. The majority of the ones that support Max Verstappen around Europe, I'm gonna take out the Dutch fans. I'm gonna take out the Dutch fans because obviously they're die-hard Max Verstappen fans. Maybe a few in Germany, whatever. But the ones in the UK and the ones that support Max, they don't really like Max. They just want Max to beat Lewis's ass. That's all it is. That's all it is. It was all about Charles. When Charles was challenging Hamilton a couple of years ago, oh, we all love Charles. We all love Charles because Charles was challenging Hamilton. Now all of a sudden now Max is challenging Hamilton. Oh yeah, we all love Max. Come on. What it boils down to, anyone that can challenge Lewis Hamilton, and by the way, the majority of the ones that hate him are British fans, by the way. At least 90% of the British fans just do not like Lewis Hamilton. I do not know why, but they don't like him. But anyway, enough of that. All it is, they just want someone to beat Lewis's ass, but at the moment it's not happening. So, Charles Leclerc looked like he was going to take off. It looked like, at one point I thought Doc was going to come down and come and say, look, I'll give you the 1.1 kilowatts in the car and you can go and fly off somewhere. That's what it looked like anyway. So, Charles Leclerc looked like he was going to fight. At the end of the Q1, Perez, Norris and Leclerc. At the end of Q3, I thought Norris was going to get P3. He had a brilliant lap. It was P3. He got it deleted. Max went from 4th place back to 3rd because Norris's lap got deleted. Lewis got pole, and 2nd was Perez. And I always knew all along, geeks. I told you, geeks, when I saw this online and I saw all you idiots coming online and saying, oh, it's going to be Max's number 2. He'd be better than Albon. Anybody's better than Albon. You stick me in a Red Bull, I'll out-qualify Albon, by the way. Geeks. I would out-qualify Albon. But go back to Perez. Everybody said that Perez is going to be the 2nd driver. Never going to happen. Perez is going to be the 1st driver. And you geeks are going to find that online. I never saw it in none of these magazines. All these people that review F1, they all said the same thing. Can Perez keep up with Max? No. How about can Max keep up with Perez? And by the looks of this, imagine giving him 4 or 5 races when he's got his car set for him. When he's got the car exactly where he wants, he's got the brake balance where he wants, he's got the suspension where he wants, he's got the traction where he wants, he's got the back traction where he wants, he's got the rake, the ride height, everything exactly the way he likes it. Once he gets that, there you go. Then we're going to see then. And it's evident today that Perez is showing his stuff. And that was the end of the review. It was a great qualifying, very exciting. I thought at the beginning that Bottas was going to get pole. Never worked out, but now I'm going to bring up the final standings. So as you can see there, you can see the final standings. You got Lewis Hamilton on pole, Sergio Perez 2, 3 Max Verstappen, 4 Charles Leclerc, 5th place Pierre Gasly, 6th place Daniel Ricciardo, Lando Norris 7th place, 8th place Valtteri Bottas, 8th place Valtteri Bottas. Oh my god. 8th place Valtteri Bottas, 9th place Esteban Ocon, 10th place Lance Stroll, 11th place Carlos Sainz, 12th place George Russell, 13th place Sebastian Vettel, 14th place Nicholas Latifi, and 15th place Fernando Alonso, 16th place Kimi Räikkönen, 17th place Antonio Giovinazzi, and 8th place Mick Schumacher, 9th place Nikita Mazepin, and Yuki Tsunoda out because obviously at the beginning of Q1 he was gone. So that's it then. I'm going to put some interviews on in a minute. I'm going to put that'll be shortly after this, but yeah, interviews are coming now.
P3 today, you said you made a few, you didn't quite feel what was happening there in Q3. Talk to us a little bit about what happened out there today. Without a shadow of a doubt, and I'm sure a lot of people have been speaking to you about the fact that you guys now have 2 cars against 1. It's kind of a reverse of what it was in Bahrain. So you guys have got strategy on your side.
Yeah, but so we all need a clean start, and a lot of things can influence the, what's happening on track. So we just have to wait and see what's going to happen tomorrow. But it's good to have the cars there on the grid, and then we'll see, and we'll just follow what's happening during the race. But yeah, like I said, hopefully it's just going to be exciting.
Did the pace of Lewis surprise you at all today?
No, but I knew they were going to be very close, and I knew that it was going to be close in qualifying. So yeah, to be that close at the end in Q3, even with the lap I had, in a way it's of course disappointing to not get pole position. But on the other hand, we have to hunt again now in the race.
Earlier on in the season, you said to us that it's going to take you about 5 races to get used to the car. Race number 2, in second position on the front row. How was that for you?
It was a good, definitely a good lap out there, putting things together when it matters was good. But things are not coming so natural. A normal process, but to be here in my second race, front row, just missed out on pole. It just shows the amount of work we've put into it, just not from myself, from my team. I mean, the last 2 weeks I've probably spent watching videos more than 300 times, and just learning corner by corner, braking techniques, throttle applications. It's like learning how to drive again.
Absolutely, indeed. And do you then take confidence from the fact that you are still learning with this car? Does that show we haven't seen a glimpse yet of what you're able to do in the Red Bull this season?
Yeah, definitely. I think there is plenty to come still. I mean, I'm not there yet, so it's positive to be up here, and but yeah, I'm not there yet, so it's promising in that regard.
Let's turn our focus onto tomorrow. You guys got 2 Red Bulls up against the Mercedes, kind of reverse from Bahrain. What confidence does that give you stepping into tomorrow?
Yeah, it's definitely a good confidence going into tomorrow. We can do we have 2 cars on different strategy. We can definitely push hard Lewis, Mercedes, make things difficult for them. And hopefully tomorrow our Red Bull wins.
Hello there, Lewis. First of all, congratulations, 99 career poles in F1.
Thank you.
1 away from the century. How was that for you?
I was like, geez, I don't think we're going to be able to beat them today, but I managed to put together a really sweet lap in Q3 run 1, and fortunately it was enough.
Absolutely. In Bahrain, you said that you think this season some circuits they will be faster, some circuits you will be. What gave you the push today then in that qualifying lap?
Well, I think it's really through the weekend. It's really about just taking one step at a time, and trying not to put a foot out in the wrong direction, and not making mistakes. And so, and then just building up, because it's a track where you just have to keep building up. You can't go over the limit. There's lots of gravel. There's grass. You see people making mistakes a lot. So just building up to it, and it took so much focus in that one particular lap. But that's what I do. That's what I know that I can do those laps when I need, and I don't know how I do it, but I'm really grateful that I have those moments. And it's going to be tough, as I said, to battle the Red Bulls tomorrow. There's two of them that we're going to have to figure out strategy-wise. And one of them's on the soft, so could get a good start. So it's going to be exciting.
Absolutely. Turning our focus onto tomorrow, a lot of people had lap times deleted in and around turn 9. How contentious do you think turn 9 is going to be, not just for you guys at the front, but for the entire race?
It shouldn't be a problem, turn 9, for everyone. I think it's different in the race. You're on heavier fuel. In the race, you'll have multiple. It's not about your lap time being taken away. You have 2 or 3 goes at getting it wrong, and if you get it wrong the second or third time, you get a penalty. So it's not that difficult to stay within, but it's just when you're on the qualifying lap and you're trying to be right on the edge, and it's so easy to be just 1 inch over and you get your lap disallowed. So, but again, that's why you have to be inch perfect.
Oh yeah, don't forget, I'm also on Spotify now. You're gonna have the first 3 you're gonna have the first 2 reviews of the year. You're gonna have Bahrain qualifying and race day review, and you're gonna have this one. You're gonna have the Imola one, and you're gonna have the Imola race day tomorrow as well. They'll all be hitting on Spotify soon, so check me out on Spotify. All links gonna be below. See you later, guys. Bye.